Hello everyone and welcome to the Blabby Daddy channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Well, I wanted to do a quick movie review. I wanted to say something about San Andreas, which we did see a few weeks ago, so I'm behind on this movie review. I think San Andreas was going to be a decent film, to be honest with you, but we had to leave in the middle of it. We took our kid and she loves movies like War of the Worlds and 2012, um, Lord of the Rings, things like that. And so we thought San Andreas, she'll love it. The Rock. She was actually crabby about something else. I don't think it was the actual movie, but she wouldn't sit still, and she was being very, like, I don't know, she wasn't being a brat per se. Like, no one else in the theater would have been like, get that kid out of here. But she just was like acting as if she was really disturbed by the film. And I couldn't argue with that because I didn't know. So I thought maybe the film upset her a little bit because of all the earthquakes and fire and collapsing buildings and all the people getting you know knocked off. So we left San Andreas early. So I can't really give it a full review. That's just my experience with it so far. But let's move on to a film that I did get to see all the way through, and that would be Jurassic World. Our neighbor told us that Jurassic World was the best Jurassic Park installment since the first one. And I do agree with that because honestly, I couldn't really tell you anything specific about Jurassic Park 2 or 3, unfortunately. But what they called a bunch of Easter eggs or tiebacks to the first one between Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, I thought it was just recycling the same old thing. I didn't really see it as a cool tieback. The big entrance gates, and you'll see them. I mean, maybe I'll put a link if I'm not lazy. But basically, five or six things they said were hidden in Jurassic World that you saw from Jurassic Park, and I was like, meh, whatever. And I got to be honest with you, Chris Pratt was surprisingly good in this movie. I thought he was going to be a huge cornball, and you know what? You got to leave reality at the door when you watch a science fiction or a fantasy film. So there's a lot of things that you have to excuse. If you're going to accept genetically modified Tyrannosaurus Rex, then you have to accept smart velociraptors that can actually strap a camera on their head and become mechanized or weaponized dinosaurs. So you can't believe one over the other. But although you can't say, okay, so I'm in fantasy world and they made it even dumber, or they made it dumb, because, excuse me, I love Jurassic Park. It's really cool. I love dinosaurs and prehistoric um, things, for lack of better terms. But, you know, I don't want to give any spoilers, so I just kind of want to dance around. I don't want to say anything too specific. We saw it in 3D, which was amazing. We saw San Andreas in 3D as well. My thought on that is if the movie is an action adventure movie, if it's a bigger than life movie, I say if you're going to go to the theater, spend the extra a couple bucks to see it in 3D. Might as well. Now, if it's a kids movie, animated, I don't really get the same kick out of the 3D effect as I do, something that's so big and massive scale like San Andreas or Jurassic World. So yeah, we always invest a couple extra bucks in 3D if I can. I was denied 3D on Mad Max because my friend said it was not, he didn't like it or whatever, but I didn't want to argue with him. But you're wrong, Tom. When you can see it in 3D, you should see it in 3D. So yeah, I don't really have much criticism of Jurassic World. The Indominus Rex, it was cool. It wasn't much more. It wasn't any more impressive than the original T-Rex that we already knew about. It wasn't bigger. It wasn't any more ferocious per se. I mean, it did some cool things, which I like. Again, I don't want to tell you because I don't want to spoil it. Uh, Honestly, Jurassic World. I'm glad that I saw it to experience it in 3D in the theater. But on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being worst, 5 being best, I'm gonna just have to put it like just in the high twos. I mean, it didn't blow me away. There wasn't incredible acting, even though Chris Pratt was, um, I guess, not cheesy. So he did a good enough job to not be corny. Um, That's about it. The lady, Richie Cunningham's wife, daughter, excuse me, scratch that. His daughter, his kid. The reason I said wife is because I was in my head trying to combine two thoughts together. She's the girl that was in The Help, and she ate the pie, the chocolate pie. She was pretty good in this movie, and I know I'm saying a lot, so forgive me. My Jurassic Park, Jurassic World movie critic wheels are churning in here. I'm trying to figure out what my next point is because nothing really stood out and just was so awesomely impressive that I need to tell you about it really, except go check it out at the theater. I mean, it's not going to be nearly as impressive on your 50, 60, even 70-inch screen or 100-inch screen if you're lucky enough to have a theater room with a projector and awesome 7.1 surround sound. It's just not the same at home. Something to be said about those. How big are those screens? 100 feet? 80 feet? That's pretty big. Anyway, full size, legit theater with professional sound system. I definitely suggest going to see Jurassic World. And we may check out San Andreas again. I thought about telling my wife that we should sneak in to watch the second half, but I mean, I'm giving that movie a heck of a pass. It was probably going to be really cheesy when it's all said and done, but whatever. Anyway, let me know if you've seen San Andreas or Jurassic World and what your thoughts are about it. Follow me on Facebook, Blabby Daddy. Put the link down below. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And if we agree, let's talk about it. If we disagree, let's talk about it respectfully. Until next time, Blabby Daddy out.